Hello, and welcome back to Nerd Abiding. This is the Old Worm, and we are here in, as you can see in the top left corner, We Happy Few. We Happy Few is a game that dropped mere moments ago for the public. It's one that I have been looking at for a while and just eagerly seeing what it would be in its final form. I initially got excited about this when the free demo dropped. It was about a year ago or something. And initially, I hadn't thought it was something I would really get into. But boy, when I played the demo, it was really, really interesting and clever and funny and really nice to look at. So this is something that I've been sort of chomping at the bit for. Let's see. So the game is set in what a sort of a high-tech version of 1960s England, a world in which happiness is the ultimate goal. Happiness above all other things. At least that's how I take it. In the demo, there wasn't really the main story. They hadn't really done the main story. You got hints of it, you got gameplay, it was good, but you didn't really get the story, as I understand it. I guess we're about to find out. Let's just go ahead and press new game here. Game difficulty mode. We're going to go with story. That's how we're going to do it. Normal. I know a lot of people will jump right up to the hardest setting. I say take a look at normal. Let's see how normal is. And that's probably amply difficult. I'm not the best at video games. Alright, let's give it a start. Definitely. Begin. I guess use this moment to say I intend to be enjoying the story and reading things as it goes, so those things will be there. I don't really know what to skip, so I probably won't be skipping a lot, at least not at first. The old redactor. This is how the demo started. Vaguely. Let's see. Wins a garden prize. Devour wins a garden prize. That is approved. So you are some kind of censor. You get new stories and decide whether the public gets to see them or not. No swimming in the river.
Oh, heavens no.
Oh, no, that is far too dark. Clearly. That would make people just sad. Hastings brothers win scrap gathering a prize. Percival and Arthur Hastings.
It is very dangerous to put your hands outside the windows of the train.
Arthur, where are you? Arthur! How did you go? Arthur! Arthur!
I should just take my joy, shouldn't I?
Yeah, get some graphical weirdness. Let's take a look at the settings here. Options. Let's see. Graphics. Capped 60. FOV, leave that. Quality. Want high quality. I think my computer can handle it. Supplied controls. I invert Y. Okay, so here we are. We just had a little bit of an episode, reading some news that, that kind of freaked us out. And we realized, maybe what we should do here is take our pills. Our pills right there are called joy. The fun thing about this game is if you want, you can do it. You can take that joy right there. In the demo, what that meant was, well, the game was over. Because the game is about how you survive off the medication in a world where everybody takes the medication, has to take the medication. So, it is game over. But they did offer that option. I'm not going to bother, so we're just going to press X here. So let's take that joy. Or let's not take that joy. Hold that X. Got rid of him.
Percy! Percy!
So, Percival and Arthur Hastings were surprise winners of the scrap drive. Well, now it's not going to let me read it, is it? Arthur Hastings is me. I am Arthur Hastings.
No one's seen you for hours.
Well, now it's looking a little better.
Nose to the grindstone. You know.
Then why haven't I heard a single whoosh through the door since 10 o'clock? Did you forget we're having Deirdre's birthday party?
Oh.
We've got a piñata.
Right. Brilliant. Of course.
Have you forgotten your joy?
Of course not. Snug as a bug on a drug.
Well, come on then, finish up.
Just have a few more pages. I know you're very busy.
Then don't take too long to finish.
Okay.
Aha. The power cell's empty.
Well, what will you do?
Oh, we're
Get a
gonna.
new one?
That sounds like brilliant thought on your part, Arthur. The machine gun stand there watching me? Oh, I guess she is. Okay. Well. So here we are, running around the...
If there were an emergency, would you be able to find the doorknob? Or should I tie a bright yellow ribbon on it?
Oh, you're a snarky woman, aren't you? Okay, so we're going to take this. This looks like a glowing power cell here. Replace it. Restore the machine. Oh, what do we got to do? Put it in. Place the power cell. All right. We have it restored. Okay.
There is now a curfew in effect at night. Any civilian on the street...
What are we going to do, Arthur?
We're brothers. We'll look out for each other. That's what we'll do.
June 4th, 1947. Percival and Arthur Hastings were surprise winners of the scrap drive. Arthur told the judges that his brother has a photographic memory. Percy knows where all the old cars and prams and things were in the Garden District. Percival himself rarely speaks to strangers, apparently. The scrap will be melted down and used to support the war effort against the Soviet Union, which is, by all reports, going splendidly. The brothers brought in a record 1,654 pounds of scrap steel, winning them a 50-pound victory against Communism Bond. The second prize went to Alan Unwin. Oh, ha! That's great. He didn't win, and he's called Unwin. Lovely. Who brought in 315 pounds. That's not even close. Why is this triggering such a negative memory? So are we going to censor this, or are we going to accept it? And that's sort of the question here, and it probably shapes the next, the beginning of the game and how this is going to go. This, to me, seems like perfectly acceptable to go, even if it did trigger some dark memory. So we're going to accept that.
A happy society is built on a happy past. Well, I expect you in the conference room presently. Don't dawdle. You don't want to miss the piñata.
Wasn't Prudence supposed to be coming back today? I made her a welcome back card.
Let's see. General Bing clarifies registration procedure. May 7th, 1947. General Robert Bing, the municipal liaison to the Occupation Authority, appeared on Parade Street last night to speak to a crowd of citizens urgently requesting clarification of the new child registration rule. As most Wellingtonians know by now, all children who will be under the age of 13 by July 22nd, must be registered with the authority. General Bing clarified that the deadline for registration is next Thursday. He refused to speculate on the rationale for this registration regulation. I cannot illuminate the regulation any further because Colonel von Stauffenberg has not informed me of its purpose, stated the general. I imagine and hope that it has something to do with maintaining nutrition for our growing children in this time of scarcity. But the OA have told me so. But the OA have not told me explicitly. He reminded the crowd that the occupation has so far been extraordinarily orderly and peaceful, and that citizens' continued obedience to legal orders of the OA is crucial to maintaining goodwill with our visiting. Continue on page 15. So we got an announcement of a registration by the military, which sounds a bit dark, potentially, considering what I know about this world. But on the whole, this seems like information people should know, and information the government would want people to know. So we're going to go ahead and accept it. We could censor it too. Maybe that would cause some chaos, but let's just, we're going to accept that one.
Not sure about that one.
Drug trials. Drug trials a qualified success, says Sir Robert. Through March 3rd, 1952. Oh, so this is old news I'm censoring. I see. I didn't really pay attention. The first round of trials of a new anti-melancholic medication have been a qualified success, stated Dr. Alexander Gross, acting head of the Melancholia Studies Laboratory at the Royal Victoria Hospital. The drug reduced melancholic feelings in 28 out of 30 despondent rats over a 20-day period. Despondency can be induced in rats by repeatedly giving them electric shocks. Despondent rats take up to twice as long to navigate a maze. After administration of the drug, previously despondent rats regained up to 50% of their navigation speed before administration of the shocks, stated Dr. Gross. The drug has been tested in human volunteers. Citizens who wish to apply as a potential volunteer, there is already a waiting list, can do so at the Royal Victoria. Continued on page 13. Now, this clearly seems to refer to Joy, or maybe an early version of Joy. Kind of a dark history to it, apparently, looks like. And I would guess that the government would want me to censor this old news. I am not going to. I'm going to accept it and sort of get this out there. And that's the last one in our queue. I'm going to go ahead and let's take that power cell with us, just in case we need it later. Again, this all was in the demo. So, I think the beginning is probably going to be very, very similar to the demo. But I suspect they've added stuff. Let's see. Anything in here? Empty, okay. Just learning the controls here. Empty. Well, it's a good thing I have all these filing cabinets to keep all my important files in. Bright, soothing purple glow. Some art. And of course, the British flag. Or at least I assume it's British flag. That's unchanged from the normal British flag. Search. Nope, nothing there either. Look at this chair. That's a beautiful chair. It looks cool. I suspect that if you're at all tall, that is not a comfortable chair to sit in. Alright. Let's go see about this piñata. Yeah, alright. Close the door behind us. Let's do this right. What do we got over here? Oh, tube system.
Do you think the canister wonders what life's like outside the tube? Of course, he'd have to break the tube to get out.
Okay,
break it for everybody.
Arthur, it's a tube system. That's it. I'm a nurse and worked in hospitals. Hospitals still use these kinds of tube systems to get paperwork from one floor to another, sometimes medications, all that sort of thing. So they're they're pretty cool to use in reality, but certainly not to this extent. And can open this door? Can I? Anyone gonna get in trouble for that? Oh, nope, cannot do. Requires a lockpick. Clive Birtwhistle. Let's see what you got going on here, Clive.
Clive Birtwhistle. You're off at the party, aren't you?
Well, let's look at this business letter because we're being snoopy. Pick up. A letter from Miss Bing was added to my journal. Oh, let's actually look at the journal here. How do you do that? Boop, boop, boop. I'm not sure. I wanted to read that, but it doesn't appear I can now. Huh. Okay, well, whoops. Guess we want to read these before we take them. You got a nice pot of tea here. Well, it's kind of left a bit of a mess here. You should clean up your work area before you take off. If I remember correctly... this... I'm going to go ahead and close... Oops, that's what I want to do. Let's, close the door here. I don't want anyone to see us snooping around in Clive's office. If I remember correctly, that had to do with suspicions about somebody in the office being off their joy and being a terrible influence and potential ne'er-do-well. It didn't name Arthur explicitly, but it certainly applied in the description. So he was turning us in for something, as far as I know, we hadn't done yet. So he was kind of, let's read here. And here, in what I am almost positive is Clive's terrible handwriting. Dear Director Bing, one of your employees is a subversive and may be a downer. I overheard him in the commissary telling a friend that he thinks that his job redacting old articles is silly. We can't allow silliness. And what's so scary about the truth? He is very tall and slim, with black hair and brown eyes and glasses. I know I should have asked his name, but I am a naturally shy woman. And there it is. And there it leaves off. A shy woman, are you, Clive? Or just a nasty manipulative schemer? And here is a letter from Miss Bing. This is one we picked up earlier. Oh, look. Miss Bing has written Clive a letter. Dear Mr. Birtwhistle, it is so thoughtful of you to suggest how best to rearrange the department. I am always grateful for suggestions from junior staff of how best to do my job as director. However, I'm afraid that it would be destabilizing to swap your office with that of Mr. Hastings, aka me. Fortunately, turnover in this department is high. If Prue doesn't return soon, I don't see why you couldn't have her office. In the meantime, I suggest you pop into the Joy, and you'll feel the sunshine on your face, whether you have a window or not. All the best, Victoria Bing, Director. Take that, Clive, you little shit. So it appears that Clive was fingering me for something I hadn't actually said. At least I don't think I did. Simply in order to get my office. I'm not sure, because I had a view? Well, that's terrible.
That little shit. He wants my view.
Oh, locked. Okay. Well. What have we got on the desk? I don't see any lock picks. Not sure if that's something you're supposed to be able to... What is this? If that's something you're supposed to be able to do at this stage in the game. I already looked at these. That one's locked. Alright, well, that little shit. Let's take a look at what he was working on. What is this? He's got the line, restricted area, no unauthorized persons beyond this point. Oh, Clive's kind of a dick. Let's sit down at this terminal and see what we can see. And we'll use his reader.
Well, let's see what Miss Bing thinks of you right now, Clive.
Farm workers expected to return... Lovely. Farm workers expected to return from Germany. October 29th, 1946. With the last harvest in and frost painting the valleys of the Thuringen, Wellington Wells, 129 volunteer farm workers are expected to return home within the next 2 weeks, states Dr. Robert Bing. Each Bing, 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 Bing. Bing? Each highly paid and well-fed volunteer worker replaces one German soldier heroically fighting communism on the Eastern Front. Unemployed men of Wellington Wells who are interested in volunteering for work in Germany in the spring should contact Hauptmann Werner Erhardt at his office at Waterloo House. So we got Bing all over the place. That's a director here. And also we got Sir Robert Bing, and that wasn't there the general, that was a separate Bing. So, but this is way back in 1946. So it's been a while since this one. And just because we don't like Clive, he's kind of a prick, apparently, we're going to censor this one, which normally should be approved.
That's a rather inconvenient bit of history.
Taxi service restored on 3 wheels. June 7th, 1952. Wellington Wells once again has a taxi service. Bicycle taxi, that is. The enterprising young Nigel Hemmingford is now paying passengers along Parade Street. He is also willing to take up to 2 customers at a time, anywhere in Wellington Wells. Mr. Hemmingford, 17, built his taxi out of 2 bicycles. With the assistance of his father, Edmund Hemmingford, known locally as the Wicker Man, for his mastery of the art of crafting wicker, the seating of Mr. Hemmingford Younger's bicycle rickshaw, as he likes to call it, takes its inspiration, according to Mr. Hemmingford the Elder, from Roman racing chariots. Contrary to what you've seen in the old movies, these had to be as lightweight as possible and yet sturdy. Well, I see no harm in this getting out at all. I also see no value in censoring it in order to make Burt Whistle look worse, so we're going to go ahead and approve that.
Oh, I think not.
I said I think not. I approved it. Let's see. Got the boat club there, the soda water machine and appliance. Wellington Under reopens. May 12th, 1944. Thanks to the historic efforts of Colonel von Stauffenberg's efficient mechanics, the Wellington Under will restore limited service. The following stations will be served from 1 hour after curfew ends to 1 hour before curfew begins. Waterloo, Minorca, City Hall, Trafalgar, Thermae, Victoria. Tickets are 1S 6p for the aged. Details are available at the stations during operating hours. I'm not sure. 1S, I'm not exactly sure. S, what is that? It's not pound. Anyway, I'm not sure exactly the British terminology. 6p is like 6 pence, 6 pennies kind of thing, as I understand it. Clearly, I am not British. We are going to... we'll censor that for no reason.
That one.
Oh, they've got the the voice cues a little bit off in this. This is the... I mean, this released minutes ago, I should say. So this game hasn't been out for very long. I imagine there are going to be some glitches and such in it. Little things that just got by. We're going to take that power cell. I don't know if we're going to need those later, but we're going to take it anyway. Collect what we can. So he's quite the drinker, Bert Whistle. And I noticed over here, yeah, he got really drunk and threw a bottle against the wall. I have to say, that doesn't seem very joyful to me. But hey, what do I know? And the cricket bat? Alright, let's go. What is this thing? Is it... I seem to remember this being a thing before, but... Nope, guess not. Alright, crack on here. Whoops. Alright, close that. Now, we got a lovely 1960s era styled hallway here. This is all very, very lovely. When we first started, I was wondering about the graphics. I think that was because of the Joy. I think there are visual changes in the world as you get off of Joy. Well, this is another office. Prudence Holmes.
Whatever happened to you, Prudence?
So this is another worker, and she isn't around anymore. Well, let's find out. What? Come back. Well, welcome back. Welcome back, party. Not sure why I got the ominous bit there. Maybe I missed something. We're going to close that. I assume that's a we're off our joy kind of thing. And that's rather nasty. An old fruit basket. Let's see. What do we got here? Nothing in the waste bin. Spare documents running around? No. More nasty fruit. Welcome back. Prue, let's see. So, Prudence Holmes awarded the winner Best Attitude. Well, now that's lovely. Wellington Wells Recreation and Hobbies Committee annual Double Dutch. Oh, so Double Dutch jump rope. Wellington Wells Simon Says Team Tournament Grand Prize winner. Wow. Boy, gaming and and entertainment is very strange in this world. Okay.
You're not coming back, are you, Prue? But where did she go?
Just looks like, okay, she left for a bit. Maybe on travels, maybe on something a little bit more sinister, like some sort of re-education camp, I don't know. We got a full pill, so we got a full Joy pill bottle.
Prue. I mean, you too.
Yeah, you too indeed. Let's see. Her machine has an empty power cell, but we have extras. We're going to place a good one in there. And use the redactor. August 22nd, 1945, Bolshevism Against Europe Gala, a smash. The new and exciting exposition, Bolshevism Against Europe, had its sparkling gala at City Hall last night. 88 invited luminaries included the new queen of the Wellington Wells stage, Jane Morris, as well as the members of the executive committee, and of course, Dr. Robert Bing and his eye-catching daughter, Victoria, attended the glamorous function. So Victoria Bing, she's the director here. The exhibition is now open to the public. Bolshevism Against Europe, mounted by Wellington Wells Committee for Anti-Communist Action, the WWCFACA, uncovers the secret of history of the Bolshevik movement before its takeover of Russia, the murder of the Tsar, and the creation of the Soviet Union. It traces hidden connections between the Soviet Union, the British Labour Party, the Roman Catholic Church, and the Freemasons. Finally, it reveals the insidious perfidy of communist fellow travelers, even now within our own society. Visitors will learn how to be on the alert for communist conspiracies and propaganda. The exhibition, which is free to the public, will continue through November 15th. So, I see nothing wrong with this, but on the basic concept that everybody should know their history, and there's no reason to censor it, and we're not trying to make Prue look bad, we're going to go ahead and approve that document. Let's see. Remember to turn in your automotive. August 22nd, 1945. Colonel von Stauffenberg reminded citizens that all private automotives have been requisitioned by the municipal authorities on behalf of the Imperial German Army and must be turned in by October 2nd. Owners are to bring their vehicles, which must contain at least 1/4 full tank of petrol, to the train station. To reduce queues, vehicles with license plates ending in 1 and 2 may be returned on Monday, 3 and 4 on Tuesday, and 5 and 6 on Wednesdays, 7 and 8 on Thursdays, 9 and 0 on Fridays. A fine of £100 will be levied against the registered owner of any automotive not turned in by that date. The fine for an empty petrol tank is £10. Owners of a current municipal exemption, of course, are not required to participate. Your baby's weight in tripe. Oh, lovely! Eat tripe, go strong! Did you know that tripe is the perfect food for your perfect baby? It contains all the essential well, that's weird. It contains all the essential your baby to local butchers, and he'll give you your baby's weight in tripe free, courtesy of the English Tripe Guild. Lovely. So, 1945, what I assume is World War II, or during World War II. Yeah, during World War II it would be. People had to turn in their cars with petrol. I mean, similar kinds of thing, though I don't think to that extent were actually done during World War II. Again, I wasn't there. But what I remember from history, this seems a little bit more extreme. Again, we're going to approve because people should know their history. Alright. Share the meat. While we are waiting for cattle stocks to recover across the bridge, remember to consume meat responsibly. Share meat rations with your neighbor. Make stew out of bone, fat, and meat scraps. Again, that's that seems like the kind of thing that you would have seen in the papers during the war. Margaret Worthing will open Battle of Flowers Tuesday, July 2nd, 1946. This is about 1 year later. Miss Margaret Worthing has been crowned the junior field commander of the 1946 Battle of Flowers, which takes place on Sunday. She would lead the annual flower parade, accompanied by her father, Jack Worthing, former lead actor of the Wilkemp Traveling Players. She was crowned last night at the Garden Gala by 1945's Junior Field Commander Sally Boyle. Miss Worthing was selected according to organizers because of her spectacular victory garden. We were all amazed at how many different varieties of exotic flowers she's grown, all while helping feed her family with her vegetable. The Battle of Flowers dates back to 1920 when participants in the flower parade decided to dismantle their floats and attack each other with bloom. The battle has become a tradition to end the flower parade. Well, again, approved. That sounds delightful. They just get silly. They're done with their parade float and just throw flowers at each other. Police left 4 in breeder riot. 6 November 1951. So this is the last one, like 5 years later from the last one we saw. 1 man ran off Alderley, and 3 unnamed women were arrested in what police are calling another breeder riot Sunday night. The victim, Mrs. Anne McCutcheon, appears to be in stable condition, as is her husband, Mr. Cyril McCutcheon. There is no word yet on the condition of her baby, whose birth was not expected for another 2 months. The arresting officer, PC John Constable, stated, It is dangerous for women who are in a family way to strut their condition about. Frankly, it sets people off when decent folk are doing their level best to forget. Okay, so another breeder riot. The woman attacked was pregnant. Is she one of the breeders, or is the breeders people getting angry at people who can have children? And why aren't people having children? Why is there some sort of infertility? I'm not sure what that happened. This is 1951. All of the information about this game said 1960, so this was in the past a bit. Alright, well, we're going to approve that one. They probably wouldn't like us to, but we're going to go ahead and approve it anyway. No canisters. We're done here. Alright. This is a lot of exposition. Not much gameplay has been seen. Let's go. I'm going to do a little bit more. We got, it's a little messy here, and a window. Looks like Hopkins Jones there. Huh, what's happening with Hopkins Jones?
No, leave me alone. I took my joy. No, leave me alone. No. Oh, hi, Arthur.
Oh, hey, Hopkins Jones. Hello. Oh. Well, he got joyed by force, apparently. You don't take your joy, people find out, and they will joy you by force. Well, I don't think I'm going to open that. I don't know if I even could. But with that little dark note, I think we're going to call that an episode this year. First episode, I hope it wasn't too expositional, but I think that's the beginning of the game. You're going to get that, and it's really quite interesting. It's really quite lovely. If the demo is any indication, we'll be getting more into we'll be getting into more trouble fairly soon. So that will pick up. And if you like what you've seen, and I hope you do, then go ahead and click like down below, and that really helps us out. That really lets people know that we exist. If you want to see more, and I hope you do, click subscribe. You can also subscribe to @NerdAbiding on Twitter. And with that and subscribing here on the YouTube, you will get notifications, if you'd like, when all the new stuff comes out. So until that next time, we are going to say later. And, watch out for... I don't even know yet. Watch out for just weirdness. Embrace the good weirdness. Avoid the bad weirdness. Those are the rules. Later.
Say what they need, not what you mean, it's all so slippery. Fear as a fuel, anger the tool, writing this history. A finger to blame, need someone to pay so we can build a wall. Dividing lip by